Welcome back to Who Would Win. Today's Who Would Win on the average week of Who Would Wins, only two, comes from Shadows82, who asked the question, who would win a fight, S.H.E.L.D. or G.I. Joe? Now, this isn't like this is a different type of fight, similar to like when I did like the 13 Court Guard Squad versus the Organization 13. It's different when you're dealing not just with a group, but an organization versus an organization. So I can't necessarily go into every individual because the amount of people who have been a part of each organization is God knows how many. But more effectively to talk about how this versus would play out. And this isn't really going to be one of those scenario verses where it's like, okay, so this happens, this happens, this happens. No, it's more like comparing what they do, what they are, what they have, and then who ultimately comes out. G.I. Joe and S.H.E.L.D. basically kind of serve a similar function. They are a U.S.-based military isn't necessarily right terminology for S.H.E.L.D. S.H.E.L.D. itself, stands for Strategic Homeland. Crap, I can't remember the whole thing. Let's see. S.H.E.L.D. stands for Strategic Hazard Intervention Espionage Logistics Directorate. Directorate. There we go. Whereas G.I. Joe, I'll admit, the G and the I are also the G and the I actually stand for something. G.I. Joe, the G.I. What the hell does G.I. Joe stand for? Joe. I don't remember exactly what they stand for. What does G.I. Joe mean? There we go. G.I. Joe is slang term for someone who was or is in the military. For example, G.I. Joe is what you might call your cousin in the army. Hence the movie name G.I. Jane. And there you go. And really, that is ultimately what G.I. Joe is. They're a military organization. Now, don't get me wrong. They have a lot of advanced tech to them compared to like other military organizations. They got elite members of their group. Like Snake Eyes, for example, is an elite mercenary, being a ninja and all that. But G.I. Joe, for all intent and purposes, is that they're a military organization. They are the kind of guys you send to fight terrorists. They even fight in a war if you need them. They are effective at what they do. They got pretty much all the cool gadgets. They got weapons. Any firearm you can think of, they have access to. Explosives, they could probably order a nuclear strike if they wanted to. They will occasionally also have like more enhanced weaponry, lasers, EMPs, all of that. S.H.E.L.D. is not. It's more like a homeland security kind of thing. It's like a CIA, DEA, FBI, but at an even higher level to some regard. Because they don't answer strictly to the U.S. There are S.H.E.L.D. outposts all over the world. And there's even, like a board of directors that, the director of S.H.E.L.D., Agent Nick Fury, has to call to, has to respond to, has to answer to. That was the term I was looking for. But right out the gate, if you really want my answer, because this is not going to be a long one, S.H.E.L.D. wins that fight. If the organizations went toe-to-toe, S.H.E.L.D. wins that fight. Now, what G.I. Joe may actually have over S.H.E.L.D. is the number of operatives they can send out. Because they are just more or less the military. They recruit people left and right, no problem. S.H.E.L.D. is a lot more specific. But where S.H.E.L.D. really stands out is on, give me 1 second. Yeah, 3 different factors. Factor 1. Their tech, because they're in the Marvel universe and the amount of tech we see, their tech completely kind of eclipses even the best tech. I mean, don't get me wrong, they still have guns and all that stuff. But guns, knives, body armor. But it's all kind of higher grade than what you're going to get in G.I. Joe because except for dealing with things like Cobra, which in the animated movie, there is like snake people and stuff like that with some occasional abilities. You're not really getting anything supernatural, superhuman, anything really in that regard that they go up against. And even when they do, they still are dealing with modern weaponry. They still have that at their disposal. They don't have like vibranium. They don't have Antarctic vibranium. They don't have energy fields per se. laser invisibility stuff. It's like they don't have that. S.H.E.L.D. does. So on tech alone, they're outmatched. In terms of actual skill, that one, that's debatable. Even though G.I. Joe kind of has the numbers, and they do have some, like Snake Eyes could easily take on a good chunk of S.H.I.E.L.D. agents. The overall amount of skill you have between S.H.I.E.L.D. agents versus G.I. Joe agents, it factors, it varies. And the reason it varies is actually because of reason 3. They're in the Marvel Universe, and they don't just have humans in S.H.I.E.L.D. They have mutants with abilities. Off the top of my head, who has been a member of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Okay, that's actually a really good question, actually. Let's actually bring that up. Who has... and we're not talking about like necessarily like the current incarnate. We're talking just about, because they varied over the years. Who has been... there we go. Who has been a member... member of S.H.I.E.L.D. Okay, who has been a member of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Let us find this out, shall we? List of S.H.I.E.L.D. members. Now, this is probably not every one of them, but we've gotten a lot of these individuals here. So executives and directors. I mean, you get Nick Fury, who was like, he is the spy, but he wouldn't really, and he'd definitely be able to put up a fight, sure. I mean, Norman Osborn has been a director of S.H.I.E.L.D. at one point, but we wouldn't really count that. Iron Man has been a known director of S.H.I.E.L.D. Daisy Johnson, I believe, has been also known as Quake, who's an Inhuman, has been a director of S.H.I.E.L.D. So let me see here. Notable agents pre-Civil War. There's agents. So there's a lot of these are just numbers. Like Agent 72, Agent 22. We know Cap was obviously a member of S.H.I.E.L.D. Cap alone would be able to clean house with a lot of the GIs, a lot of the GI Joes. We know Sam Wilson's been a member of S.H.I.E.L.D. Let's see here. There we go. Sam's been a member of S.H.I.E.L.D. Jimmy Woo, also known as Yellow Claw, has been a member of S.H.I.E.L.D. Now, let's see here. Yellow Claw, is he not a mutant per se. He's more just, he's just an agent, but he's got a nickname, which means if he's got a nickname, he's pretty good. Let me see here. Who else we got here? Moving along. Oh, Wendell Vaughn, known as Quasar. Oh God, if he's okay, I know the name Quasar. Okay, this guy alone could annihilate the entire G.I. Joe universe because he's actually super powered to the point he's cosmic powered. His powers derived from a pair of quantum bands fused to the bearer's wrists, more specifically from the 7th gen. Blah blah blah. The bands are permanently affixed to his wrists. They are linked to the wearer's nervous system and grant him tremendous powers and energy manipulation, apparently working the same for each bearer. Composed of unknown materials, the band originated by Eon to be worn. Anyway. Foremost, the band power allows him to tap into limitless energy source called the quantum zone. He can project quantum energy in the form of devastating beams of force or heat. He has more commonly employed these fashions durable constructs of solid energy. Point being, Quasar alone could completely solo the G.I. Joe universe. But no way, let's keep doing this. Oh yeah, Deathlock. There was that dude who got stronger the more pain he was in. Cybernetic enhancements granting him superhuman speed, strength, durability, and reflexes. Able to repair bodily damage, and able to track multiple objects. He was a cyborg, for God's sake. And I don't know if I remember, he might have been the guy who would derive pain from that. Derive strength from pain. I could be thinking of a different character. But Black Widow could easily take on a good portion of the Joes. Obviously, he's just won over Captain America, who again could take on the majority of the Joes. Who is Clay Quartermain? Officially, former liaison officer for the Hulkbusters, Hulk operating unit. Oh, man. That's interesting. Agent 33 recruited Hercules. Eric Owen, Ant-Man. This was the third Ant-Man, so they had an Ant-Man on their team who would also be, highly capable of taking on any of the Joes. Who else we got here? We got... Actually, I think that we're running low on any of the other real superhuman-powered individuals that I can find, per se. But, that being said, And I'm sure, I mean, there have been others that have worked. Oh, Sally Belvin, whose name is Skids, who is a mutant. Okay, what was her ability? Mutant with power over permeable personal protective deflection field. Okay, what? A semi-permeable personal protective deflection shield provides nearly total protection from all attacks except those from insufficient force like gas. Okay, I get it. So it's actually the weaker the attack is, the easier it is for it to get through, which is interesting. Her force field disperses energy assaults, reflects kinetic impact back on itself, and negates friction, making it possible to hold on to her. Skids cannot be grabbed or entangled when using this power. This also makes her immune to a power known as Mask's power, as he cannot touch her. Interesting. She was apparently a Morlock, as far as I can tell. Skids can move speeds which are faster when running by skating on the surface of her force field. Actually, that's pretty cool. Originally, she was unable to turn off the force field, but learning with practice by concentration, she can extend her force field to project others in the immediate area up to 30 cubic feet. So, yeah, I mean, look, those are only a couple, and you still got plenty of exceptionally trained agents. And those are just, like, still alive agents. Pre-Civil War, there's not much in terms of post-Civil War. All-Civil War, after Civil War, all superheroes that fought with the pro-registration side are now agents of S.H.E.L.D. So, pro-registration side, yeah, take that for what it's worth. Oh, God, I couldn't even begin to go over that. And if you were to go into the former agents that used to be, people used to be agents, who we got here that really stands out? There was a different Black Widow, Yelena Belova, Sin Eater. Is Sin Eater a mutant? No, it doesn't look like it, but it's still a cool name. Became Edward Colbert Gargantua. Who is this guy? Skilled biochemics, superhuman strength and durability, size, and mass manipulation. Okay. Again, someone that the Joes probably couldn't really take on. Maybe they could take him on if they really went all out against him. Marvin Flum, who became Mentallo. I didn't know Marvel had its own. I'm thinking Metallo, not Mentallo. Mentallo has, I'm guessing, psionic ability, limited psionic powers. Yeah. So that would be something the Joes don't normally go up against. So not entirely something they'd never went against. David Ferrari, or Answer, as he's called, is the name of 3 connected fictional comic book characters. It looks like it's just kind of an alias kind of thing. Point being, and I could still find more if I really tried. Some guy called Inali Redpath, or a Cherokee shaman with the ability to control the weather. Turned rogue and used S.H.E.L.D. to attack U.S. to reclaim claim land from Native Americans. Kitty Pryde was once a member of S.H.E.L.D. I'm certain Wolverine was once a member of S.H.E.L.D. for a while. Super agents. They have super agents too. Let's see. We got Blue Streak, who is let's see. Blue Streak looks like he's a kind of an Iron Man ripoff, if I'm going to be honest. Yeah, that's kind of what he was. He was a bit of an Iron Man ripoff. But he used his straight. Wendell Vaughn, Marvel Boy, also which was Quasar. I just went over the Quasar. Texas Twister, who I'm guessing uses some sort of wind capabilities. Superhero reflexes, enhanced eyesight, high degree resilience, resistance to dizziness and motion sickness, wind manipulation, expert rodeo rider, lasso thrower, and sharpshooter. There you go. Let's see. We got Vamp, who I'm guessing has a vampiric ability of some kind. Vamp has an evil alter ego called Animus. Great. That is he a vampire? Vamp is a corporation agent in the Marvel universe. January. Yeah, they don't really give you anything on this, but I'm guessing Vamp was probably a vampire. The first remember the first Super Agents program? Okay. Ivory is a Wakanda native in the second Super Agent program. Or was. Knockabout, Hydra double agent imprisoned by Nick Fury. Cyborg, except it's PSI. Cyborg, get it? Cybernetic Enhanced Latverian. She is a charter member of the second superhuman agent. She was killed of telepathic violence. And Violence is the name of a character, revealed to be a Hydra double agent. Ex-granddaughter of ex-Howling Commando Percy Perkin, killed by Nick Fury. And then there's even pre-modern agents like of S.H.E.L.D. And they're like, Imhotep, Zhang Heng. I was like, okay, those guys we can't use. Point being, I went on much longer than I should have on that. But point being is that because S.H.E.L.D. exists in a Marvel universe where metahumans and very powerful metahumans exist, and have been members of S.H.E.L.D., current or former, it really kind of cements that G.I. Joe really couldn't go up against them in an actual head-to-head confrontation. They could put them, like, they're a very strong military organization, so it's not like they would be just chumped, at least not in the beginning fight. But the minute you throw one or two superhumans in there, particularly if you were just throw Quasar out there, he would just just take them all out without any second thought. You should also know, any superhumans, they said after Civil War ended, are members of S.H.E.L.D. So that's including, theoretically, is Sentry still alive right now? Sentry, who's one of the strongest son of a bitches in the Marvel Universe. I mean, he's probably not in the top 10, but if you get the Void in there, you can make him top 10. But he's up there. Like, he is not someone to be trifled with. He went toe-to-toe with World Breaker Hulk. World War Hulk. He actually wasn't World Breaker at that point. And knocked him into Burst Banner, basically. They basically kind of knocked each other back into their actual forms. So, yeah. Again, Wolverine has been a member of S.H.E.L.D. He would be someone that the Joes could possibly take down with enough firepower, enough guys just overwhelmed. Basically, they couldn't get close to Wolverine because Wolverine has a century worth of combat experience minimum. Is more than capable assassin, soldier, ninja, samurai, all of the above. So he could take any one of the Joes out on his own. He probably could even take out Snake Eyes. But get them together, they might be able to like take down a Wolverine. If you're going with a Marvel universe, technically speaking, I mean, not Marvel, I mean MCU. I mean, technically speaking, Iron Man was a member of S.H.E.L.D. for a little bit. Like, the Avengers were members of S.H.E.L.D. for a little bit. So you'd get Vision, you'd get Thor, you'd get all of those guys. Ultimately, that's really what it came down to. Better tech. Their training is probably just as good, if not better, because they focus on a more global scale. Their training is different, but comparable to the Joes, although Snake Eyes would definitely be a formidable fighter for any well-trained S.H.E.L.D. member. But ultimately, the big issue here was that because they're in the Marvel Universe, they've had members who are metahuman, serious metahuman. And that's really what would take the Joes down, because the level of power most of those metahumans have is something the Joes didn't regularly go up against. So, or never went against. So my money, I go S.H.E.L.D. What do you go with? I'm sure I'm going to get people who argue, it's G.I. Joe, are you stupid? It's like, whatever. It's your opinions, you're fine, you're welcome to it. I don't harsh on anyone who thinks I'm wrong. Anyway, though, that's my thoughts on that. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. As always, you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. And ideas for who would win, Star Wars, Superhero Magic, what if, anything to do in the channel. Put that in the comments below. I'll get that at some point. Hit that bell if you want notifications. I've still got my what if I got to do. And I got to do the Captain Class Shinigami video. I'll definitely get the Shinigami video. I'm going to go and prep that as soon as I'm done with this. I'll be honest, I don't know if I'll do the what if today. I might just do it tomorrow because I actually got stuff I got actually have a lot of stuff I got to do today. So I'll see if I can get it out today, but if not, I'll get it out tomorrow. Till then, though, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.